Hello guys, this is Lydia the Lifestyle Coach and welcome to another live feed. So excited to be with you guys today. So we're going to talk about an important topic here, which is getting resourceful for your eating disorder. This is a very common thing that comes up. It's something that every single one of us who has disordered eating has dealt with. It's something that we do on a daily basis, and it's something that's really important to understand because it's one of the reasons that the eating disorder and all of the things that we have difficulty with perpetuate. So when we talk about eating disorder, we're talking about overeating, emotional eating, food addiction, compulsive eating, binge eating, bulimia, body hate, food obsession, all the sort of patterns that really get off when we're in the throes of an eating disorder. And hi guys, so fun to see you on. Feel free to comment and like and say all the hearts or push all the hearts, however you want to be here. And it's so wonderful to have you guys part of this community, because what we are doing is we are ending eating disorders using nothing but your brain. And let's talk about how we really get resourceful for our eating disorder. So getting resourceful is a great quality for getting what you want. I mean, I remember like as a kid, like we were just super poor, like we didn't have any money. And so I would get resourceful. Like I would, find a job, I would save my money, I would, see what I could, get in different ways. Like when you want something, but you don't have the resources right then, and you want to get resourceful, you want to figure it out. There's always something in the way of what you want. It's a time thing, it's a money thing, it's a, mental bandwidth thing. And so with the good things in our life, it's wonderful to get resourceful. All right, I want to go to school. I'm going to get resourceful. I'm going to get a way to find, a scholarship. I'm going to be able to, save my money here. Like I'm going to find a way to be able to maybe, live at home or, whatever you can put together or, find a skill that you can do. All right, we're going to get resourceful so that we can go to school. We're going to get resourceful so that we can be in this relationship. Think of how resourceful we get when we're newly in love. Man, we find time to be with each other. We find time to sneak off. We find, time for trips and weekends and hours on the phone. We get resourceful. We give up sleep. We want to, pop out on our lunch break. We wake up early in the morning. We do whatever we need to get resourceful. And with the things that we want and the things that we love and the things that are great for us, it really serves us. But on the flip side of that, getting resourceful for your eating disorder is something that is such a demand. And when we get resourceful for the things that are actually hurting us, then it really perpetuates this cycle. And I've been there and I know how hard that is. And so we're going to talk about that today. So think of it like an addict, right? Think of how resourceful addicts get. I mean, addicts will lie to be able to get more of, their drug, their fix. They'll be manipulative and just good, wonderful people, but in a bad habit and an addiction. I mean, they'll steal for it. They'll cheat for it. And the sad thing is that, so many of the women who get eating disorders are really wonderful people. They are honest. They are giving. They are hardworking. And those morals and those identities get out the window when it comes to food. None of us would ever steal unless we're feeling out of control and we're stealing someone else's food. None of us would ever lie unless we're trying to hide our eating disorder. And it becomes a really hard identity thing. So I want you to do a little exercise here, you guys. I want you to think of your eating disorder as another person. Instead of you, I want you to think of your eating disorder as this person standing next to you. Give them a name, give them a face, give them a hair color. This is your eating disorder, right? And it's this person that's with you and has been with you for so long. And you are getting resourceful to support this person. As long as this eating disorder, as long as this person is in your life, you're going to get resourceful to support them. Now, we get resourceful for our kids, we get resourceful for our partners. It can be a really wonderful thing. But now there's this person next to you that is your eating disorder. And think of all the ways that we get resourceful. Time-wise, with relationships. Think of all of the time that is scheduled around, well, the eating disorder says, you know what, you binged. And so you can't go out anymore. You're canceling all of your plans for tonight because you can't go out because you feel miserable. That's what your eating disorder is demanding of you. You're in a relationship, and being in that relationship feels triggering, and you're worried about food, and you're worried about your weight. And so your eating disorder says, look, it's them or me. Sure, they seem like a great person, but you can't be honest with them. You can't be around them, and they're probably making this worse. And you know what? Like, this conflict in your relationship, it's stressing you out, and look how it's turning into, this being worse. So we're so resourceful for our eating disorders that we lose relationships. We give up on relationships. We take the time that we would have spent toward the people that we love, and we give it to our eating disorders. We take social engagements that we would have been out with friends and connecting with the people that we care about. And instead, we're at home on the couch because we've binged. Our eating disorder takes all that. We have coached so many women that have lost marriages, lost really wonderful relationships over their eating disorder. And sometimes it's because their partners are so frustrated because they're always choosing food over them. They're always choosing to cancel plans. They're never able to go out on a date night because their eating disorder takes precedence. But a lot of times we leave our partners because we know that they deserve better. We leave our partners because we know that we can never really be truly seen. We leave our partners because we know what amazing people they are. And we know these secrets that we're hiding with our eating disorder. And so we're the ones that leave them first because we know what direction we're on. We know that because of our eating disorder, we've gained 10 pounds in the last month, and we can't bear to feel comfortable and physically with the person that we love, knowing the track that we're on. And so we reject them before they can reject us. So think of this eating disorder, this person next to you that says, you know what? You can't have happiness. You can't have relationships. And if you do, lie to them. Be secret. Throw your binge trash in the garbage, in the public garbage after you go through the fast food, drive-through twice because you don't want, the people that you care about to know. That's what your eating disorder is telling you. Money. Your eating disorder, this person is standing next to you and demanding thousands and thousands of dollars every single year. Your eating disorder is demanding, $3,000 of all different sizes of clothes every year. Even if it's just something like $10 a day in the extra food that's being wasted and bought, your eating disorder is standing next to you saying, $3,650 every year, hand it over to me. Because that's what your eating disorder demands. With all of the extra food, on all of the medical bills as things get worse. Your eating disorder, once you get diabetes, is demanding $17,000 a year in medical bills. It's this, if you think of it as this person next to you, you're pretty much writing a check to that person for $50,000 a year. How resourceful do you have to get? That's more than a college education. That's more than so many things. But for our eating disorder, we get resourceful however we need to. Our entire paycheck goes toward that. It starts turning into debt. We're getting in debt for our eating disorder. And it's demanding that of us. It's saying, you know what? You ran out of money in your bank account. We'll start using your card. That's what it's taking from us. Our health. Our eating disorder will stand next to us, and it will take our energy so that we can't do what we want. We're exhausted by the end of the day. We have nothing to give. Your eating disorder takes your sight. Your eating disorder says, you know what? You have to eat all of this sugar every day, even though you're pre-diabetic. And even though now you're diabetic, your eating disorder demands your sight. It stands next to you and it says, you don't get to see anymore. Give me your eyes. You don't get your limbs anymore. Give me a leg. And we keep on getting resourceful. We're literally giving our sense of sight. We're giving the very legs that we walk on that get us around. We're willing to find a way to give up a limb to diabetes because of our eating disorder, because we just keep on getting more resourceful. It is the person that keeps on taking, and it will continue to take and take and take unapologetically. Think of how resourceful we get for our eating disorder for time. How do we fit in 6 extra hours a day by the time that we're thinking about food all day long and looking up diets and, pinning all these inspirational pictures to try to get us out of our eating disorder on Pinterest, by the time we're listening to a podcast on the way to work and the way back from work? Think of what would grow and what would be amazing in your life if you put 6 hours a day toward it, whether it's your career, whether it's your family. That's what your eating disorder takes. It takes days and months and years of your life and cuts your life short. Your self-confidence. Your eating disorder is standing next to you and beating you up and berating you all the time. It's always putting you down, always beating you up, telling you you can't do it, telling you that you're disgusting, telling you what is wrong with you, asking, how did you get into this situation? Reminding you of all of the ways that you failed and how you failed again that day, telling you that you're going to have to do better, but you probably won't because you never have. It's this constant voice. So there's this person standing next to you, your eating disorder, that every day you're writing a check to, every day you're giving your energy to, every day you're giving your health to, your time to, your confidence to, and it just takes more and more and more. How would you feel about that person that's taking so much from you? But here's the thing that happens, is the same thing that perpetuates that eating disorder, where we'll get resourceful, we'll give our eating disorder $200,000. It's usually $1 million over our lifetime that we give our eating disorder that could have gone towards something else. Years and years of our life, and we'll get so resourceful for it. But then when it comes to ending it, when it comes to fixing it, these are the excuses that our eating disorder tells us. It says, oh, well, you can't invest in you. This isn't the time to get the help that you need to end your eating disorder. You've got little ones. And then it says, oh, you can't invest in yourself. You can't get the help that you need. You can't be resourceful to fix this problem. You've got kids going to college now. Your eating disorder says, oh, well, now is not the time. Somebody else is making the money in your household. You simply can't take that for yourself. Or you need to support your husband. He's just started a new business. You simply can't do what you need to for you right now. And you get resourceful and you invest in other people until they're forced to invest in you. We talk to women all the time that are having to have their kids move in to be their caretakers because of their eating disorder. Now they're demanding of their kids to pay their medical bills because their eating disorder has maxed out all their credit cards and has taken every paycheck. We have kids that are getting together deciding if they're going to try to band together and afford to have in-home care for their mom, or if they're going to send her to a home. The eating disorder doesn't just stop with you. It goes to generations out from that. And the very biggest burden that we can give others is to not take care of ourselves, is to not end this. So isn't it interesting that our eating disorder says and demands hundreds of thousands of dollars, hours and years of your time, your body, your health. But then when it comes to doing what you need to fix this, to putting yourself first, to really making this time for you, that your eating disorder says, oh, no. You simply can't invest in yourself. Oh, no. You simply can't take time for yourself. Oh, no. You simply can't get resourceful to fix this. But then out of the other side of its mouth, it's saying, yeah, but you're going to give me $4,000 a year, every year for the rest of your life in just the food that it's going to cost you for your eating disorder. And then it gets much worse than that. So one thing that we hear over and over from the hundreds and hundreds of women that are now free of this is they've been giving to other people their whole lives. They've been getting resourceful for other people and their eating disorders their whole lives. And it's that drawing that line in the sand and saying enough is enough, to put yourself first, to get the help that you need, not just for you, but for so many other people in your life that you love. Because your eating disorder will always get more resourceful, and it will keep on taking even when you don't think you have anything else to give. You are the only person that will turn that around and decide that it's time for you. You are the only person that will get the help that you need to fix this. You are the only person that will take the time that you need to fix this. And don't think that it's in some cheap solution or some free ebook or, some, 14,000th episode of a podcast that has never fixed your problem. It's about really being able to get to the root of the problem and end it all the way. And so your eating disorder stops taking from you. It's not getting more resourceful for your eating disorder. It's about getting more resourceful for yourself. And in doing that, that's one thing that we have in place for you guys to support you, is you can have a free breakthrough session where we're going to have a couple of outcomes. We're really going to get the foundation of freedom for you. And we have experts that are going to partner with you on our team. And, I do sessions myself every once in a while as well, just because we have such a huge demand. And on this breakthrough session, it's absolutely free. And we're going to get you the foundation of freedom, which is getting clarity about exactly what your unique cycle is right now in this eating disorder, and the exact elements that you need to break that and end it, and what freedom means for you on the other side. And why it's so important to be able to partner with an expert, and why we do this service, is because there are elements of that foundation of freedom that you cannot get on your own. There are blind spots that our mind creates and our eating disorder creates, so that there are things that we cannot see that are right in front of us. So we're really there to partner with you to be able to get that clarity so you can see clearly what needs to happen in fixing this once and for all. Our mission is to end eating disorders on this planet. We know exactly how to do it. We've done it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times over. But it's about you. It's about putting yourself first, and it's about showing up for you so that you can get what you need to truly end this. But you're not alone in that, and we're here to help you. So to have a free breakthrough session, you pop over to lifewithlydia.com/apply. Again, that's lifewithlydia.com/apply. And there's a calendar, wait for it to load. You might need to put your name on the waiting list. We book up very quickly. But if you're able to snag a spot, snag it right away. Get resourceful to show up for yourself. Doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the day. We've had people get a babysitter. We've had people take off work, because when they see a time open on that calendar, they put themselves first, because they know that nothing is going to take more from them than their eating disorder. So pop over again to lifewithlydia.com/apply to get a free breakthrough session and get the foundation of freedom to really end this and get this person out of your life, your eating disorder, that is going to take more than anything else ever. And it only gets worse from here. And you absolutely can be out of that. You can be free. We've seen it hundreds and hundreds of times, but it's about getting the right things in place, because you're not alone in this. So again, this is Lydia, the Lifestyle Coach, signing off. Mwah. Bye, guys.